And we are live. I hope we're live.
We're live, are we?
This is the point where Indy's microphone screws up or his camera goes off. Right. Hello, everybody.
100%.
Welcome to the Virtually Rek't podcast. I am Mac in VR. I'm with my esteemed colleagues, Indy VR and Power on VR. So I would first of all like to ask Power on VR, have you got something to show us?
I have. It is show and tell here on the Virtually Rek't podcast tonight. And I have my brand new, very shiny... Okay, there's a lot of glare coming off of there. Look, I can actually reflect the actual stream in the mirroring of it. That's how shiny this thing is. And it immediately picks up every bit of dust and every fingerprint going.
And every single stain that gets directed its way.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, it's the Virtually Rek't podcast. You're going to say. Anyway, congratulations, my friend. We're very, very pleased. That's 100,000 subscribers. You have gone past that quite substantially since then.
Yeah, 130, coming up for 135. So
well done, mate.
Yeah, I mean, the goal is still 200 by Christmas. Whether that will happen or not, we'll see. But yeah,
pretty cool. So, what games have you been playing, Shuey, and what are you drinking?
Okay, so starting off with what I'm drinking, because my wife said, "Do you want me to go and get you some beers?" And I said yes. And she came back and she said, "You can have a nice one and a bad one." So I've got my nice one, which I'll drink in a little while, which is the Beavertown Lunar Haze. I love that stuff. That stuff is incredibly moreish. And I've got this horrible pineapple beer, which is, it's kind of shit. I don't mind a pineapple beer, but this one is actually shit. So I'm not amazingly happy about it. But what have I been playing? Okay, so I've obviously been playing some more I Am Cat.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of I Am Cat. Play a ton of that. I have played Pets and Stuff, Titans Clinic. I dived into some shaven stuff.
Surgeoneer.
Surgeoneer. Loads of Surgeoneer. That game is. If you guys haven't played it, it's so much fun. It's essentially a puzzle game, right? It's a puzzle game where you're a surgeon, and it is Surgeon Simulator VR, but done in such a sensible way for the Quest 3 or for the Quest 2, I guess. And it works really well. It's super fun. It's very funny. Watching the guy, because the guy that you're performing surgery on is almost exclusively awake. And just watching his reactions when you're because you're chopping off his legs and stuff to replace them with robotics. And it's very fun. It's very frustrating at times. There are some levels on there that, honestly, I've given up with some of the levels. Some of the levels I've been like, nah, I'm good. I'm done. Like, they give you... this is actually my one complaint about the game. My one really big complaint about the game is that in one of the missions, you're using, a robot arm to do all of the stuff. Right? Which is fine. That's cool. That's a really good idea. I really like it. But they've given you two controls. And it's not like forwards, backwards, left, right, or rotate or anything like that. It's down and up. And then the robot arm movement changes depending on its orientation. And honestly, it's just too fucking difficult. But yeah, on the whole, I've been playing those. What else have I played? There must be some other things that I've played. I played a little bit of Gorilla Tag, actually. I jumped back into that. Just to see,
how old are you?
Do you know what? That game... so many VR games come out, right? And they don't do anything with it. And the one thing that you can say about Gorilla Tag is that they do stuff, man. They do stuff all the freaking time.
Yeah, that's because they made $10 million off the back of that game, so...
Yeah, a little bit more than that, I think.
I think it is now, yeah. Yeah, I think it is.
But yeah, they are just smashing it to the point where I'm actually going to go and have a look at a bunch of different Gorilla Tag clones.
Yeah, because we've got
the plan.
We've got a Ryan Drift coming out soon as well, haven't we?
Yeah, which should be interesting. But
right. So sorry.
We'll see.
Before we go too any further, too far.
Yes, we have another person on this podcast.
Indy,
that needs to speak.
What are you drinking? Which we know the answer to. And what have you been playing, mate?
No, stop. I don't know what he's drinking.
Disappearing water.
Yes, you did.
Disappearing water, of course.
Council tap.
What have I been playing? Went back to Contractors Showdown. Played some Call of Duty Zombies on Pavlov and Contractors.
Yeah.
Which we can talk about a bit later. I played Madison VR, which you all claim to be the scariest horror game of all time.
Scared the shit out of me.
I played this Quest native zombie game called Mother Bunker. I did a poker night in Vegas Infinite, whatever it's called now.
Yeah.
And I played Interstellar 83 as well, which is a game that's in early development. And I went back to Ghost of Tabor yesterday.
I watched that stream. So what did you think? What did you think of Ghost of Tabor? 18 months after you last played it.
It's the fucking same. I mean,
that's an advertisement right there.
Yeah.
It's got a new map, which is all right, I guess.
To be fair, the new map looked really good.
I mean,
I can't remember who were you playing with. It wasn't Silvertongue. You were playing with somebody else.
I was playing with Diego.
Captain Pixis. He changes his name. He changes his name more often than we change our underpants.
Yeah, which is not very often. And then the other one, I played with Silvertongue Devil, and we did the SKS thing. And it's kind of difficult to do because I think they nerfed it. I think even at distance, and I think you need like armor piercing rounds to do what we're trying to do. And then it's just a massive grind to get to the point where the vendors give you armor piercing rounds, and it's just like, oh man, it's too long, it's too much time investment to have fun. So.
And then they reset. They do like a regular reset, don't they?
Yeah. So we'll get all that stuff, and then it'll just be like, we reset everything.
Yeah, it's like Into the Radius. I mean, I played up to level 3 security. Yes, you know what's happening. So that when they updated the game, I would be level 3 security and be able to play the new levels with all my Gucci stuff. And when I log back on, they fucking reset everything.
Yeah.
Oh, you poor little sausage.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've had Into the Radius 2 for a long time. I just haven't streamed it or done anything with it, to be honest. I went into it to make sure it works. It looks great. It runs on my laptop, like Ultra and all that stuff. I just haven't actually played it yet.
It is really good. It's just lacking a lot of the features that Into the Radius had. I'm not going back to it until it goes 1.0 because I am not putting up with that shit getting my security level reset again because I was fucking heartbroken. Really proper heartbroken.
Yeah. I will get on it, but it's going to be... I don't know if I'll play through the whole thing. So I didn't play... I liked Into the Radius.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
I did 10, 15 hours and then that was it. I didn't really see it through. So I don't know if I'll see this through.
No, I played it all the way through on PC VR and then I played it all the way through on Quest 3 standalone. It is a really good game. It's very, very in depth. So I'm going to wait for Into the Radius 2 to go out of early access before I even approach it again. Shuey, have you played Into the Radius?
Into the Radius, yeah. Not Into Radius 2, though.
Okay, yeah.
I'm refusing to play Into the Radius 2 until 1.0 release.
Yeah, same as me. No, I'm done.
I haven't got time to keep playing and have them like decide to reset everything. If I'm going to play, I want to be able to come back periodically over the course of like 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Do a couple of hours here, 6 hours there. You know, I can't afford to. I haven't got the time for it, mate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I put 21 hours into the first build of Into the Radius 2, got all the way to security level 3, unlocked all the guns that I wanted to do, carried on playing, even though there was no real point to playing because you couldn't get any further in the game. There was like, you had to retrieve this suitcase, and that was like the game's meta to get the suitcase. And then after that, there was nothing else to do. You just went and did other missions to build up money and stuff like that, spend them on your guns. I think during a live stream, I think it was actually when I live streamed with the Pico 4 Ultra, I went back into the Radius 2, and it was like, you are security level 0. And I was like,
I wish I was a fly on the wall when that happened.
21 hours. Well, you don't have to be a fly on the wall. You can watch one of my live streams and you're about to see it happening. I was so pissed off.
Please tell me that was the end of the live stream. You were just like, yeah, we're gonna go play this. Oh wait, no, we're not. Bye.
Well, I was doing the Pico 4 Ultra, so I just moved on to something else. Fuck. No, that was not good. That was not a good experience.
What have you been playing, Mac?
I have been playing. Oh crap! What have I been playing? Oh, Starship Home. I did a live stream.
Fun, right?
Oh my god! I know this sounds like the shittest game that's ever been envisaged. But basically, what it is it's like you're on a starship and you are growing plants, and you have to look after them. It's kind of like not Animal. Is it Animal Crossing? That's the Nintendo thing, isn't it?
It is not. That game.
No. But it's like that sort of thing. You have to care for and nurture the plants. You have to weed them. You have to feed them. You have to water them. And when they're happy, they sing. And there was a point where I had all 5 of the plants that I'd rescued singing, and I went and stood at the back of the man cave, and I was like, "This is pretty good. I'm really enjoying this." But it's a mixed reality game, so everything is in your play space. So you have you have your control panel here, you have the airlock there, and it's just really well done. It's really well implemented. It's just, I think, I just thought it was really beautiful. And
there was some interesting stuff about this game, actually. Because I agree. I think it is really fun. It's incredibly endearing. It's family friendly. It's lovely.
Yeah.
It's not a game that I think is going to get many people watching on your channel, because it's just not that kind of game. But it's something that I think everyone should go and check out if they have access to mixed reality. But there was an interesting one. I watched somebody's video on it. And their play space, this is going to be really difficult to do, right? But their play space is essentially, so it's like this, and then it sort of does this, right? So this bit here is their entrance into their like content creation room.
Okay.
So you've got this tiny little bit that sticks up here, and they were just, when they were building their starship, they placed their airlock in that space. Which sounds like a really good idea, right?
No.
It's a really clever place to put it. Except for your airlock, when you pull it out, you have to get things from the side of it. It doesn't it doesn't sort of just open up like a door or anything. And they were really struggling to get things in and out of this blooming airlock. And I was like, that's a really cool idea, but at the same time, that should have been something that was built in to say, just don't place this there.
Yeah,
it's probably not good for you.
It's really interesting because Reese the King was involved with a mixed reality game called Guardians of Realms.
Yep. Guardian of Realms.
Right. So when I tried to play it in my man cave, which is 4 meters by 5 meters, it just went no.
Yeah.
Went no. Your door's too close to your window. You don't have enough space, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what do you mean? I've got like a 4 by 5 meter play space. So what I did was I took it into my garage, which is 4 meters by 6 meters. So I set the play space up. You all right, Shuey? No. I set the play space up. I put a door and I put a big window, put 2 big windows in. Then I put another door in. And then what happened was, the enemies would not come through the other door that I'd put. So the real door, the guy came through and I could do the sword fighting, which was quite cool. But the other door, they just sort of stood there going, And I was like, oh, okay. So I reset the game, made the door bigger, and they still wouldn't come through the door. So for me, like, the game was kill the flaming sort of doom things that came through the windows, killed the guy that came through my proper door, and then I had to go up to the fake door, which was massive, and like bang my hand against the wall so I could stab the guys who wouldn't come through the door. And I was like, it's not fun. And I don't, I don't want to slag somebody off that I respect, but that was a bad experience for me in mixed reality. It wasn't good.
I've only played 2 mixed reality games, which is it Aspire 2 and...
Aspire 2, yeah.
No, 3 then. Aspire 2, the zombie one, Drop Dead the Cabin.
Drop Dead the Cabin, yeah.
Whatever Home it's called. The one that came out with the Quest 3, I don't know what it's called.
Oh, yeah, the thingy. Yeah. Where you shoot the tribbles.
Yeah. So that's all I've played.
So did you not like Drop Dead the Cabin?
Yeah, it was all right. It was good. It was just like a one and done kind of thing. I didn't really want to. I didn't have the feeling to go through. It was fun when we played it, the actual game.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the thing to be like, I got to do all the levels and collect this, that, and the other. But I know there's been loads of mixed reality games since then. I saw you a bit of your Starship stream.
Yeah. It was really good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I play a lot of Drop Dead the Cabin. Actually, it's actually my go-to game to relax. I put Drop Dead the Cabin on and kill some zombies. I really enjoy it.
Starship Home, it looks cool. I don't know if
it was nice. I don't think it's a long game. I don't think it's a very in-depth game, but I just thought it was sweet.
Is there one question? Is there the possibility to set the plant on fire?
No.
When I sing it?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Is there any way to torture these enduring animals, creatures, organisms?
Could have been great.
Could have been great. Right, so
is that it? Or was you playing more stuff, right?
I've played some stuff that I can't. No, we can talk about Metro Awakening, can't we?
No.
Okay, we can't talk about Metro Awakening.
You can talk about it if you played it at Gamescom, but I know you weren't there.
Yes. Okay. So we can't talk about Metro Awakening.
Do you know what? Actually, there is one more game that I tried recently that I would like to talk briefly about.
Okay.
And it's because I've been super hyped about this game for 2 solid years now. I have been waiting for it to come out. No, not Metal Hellsinger. I haven't actually played that yet. No, I played the is it the alpha, I think, for Into Darkness. Have you heard about this one?
Into Dark?
Into Black, you mean?
Into Darkness.
Into Black, isn't it? Someone said I love Into Black in the chat.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Into Darkness that I'm talking about. Let me just check to make sure that I'm not being a complete tit here.
There is a game came out today. Yeah, coming out on Thursday called Into Black.
No, Into the Darkness. Sorry, I'll correct myself. Into the Darkness.
All right, never heard of it.
Yeah, so Into the Darkness. It was meant to be for a long time. It was meant to be like the next Half-Life Alyx.
Okay.
Right. And that's because if you look at the early gameplay footage that was coming out for it and a load of stuff that went with it, it looked really, really good, right? The idea is that kind of anyway. I'm not sure of the actual story, but it's instead of fighting against humans or aliens or anything like that, you're fighting against robots.
Okay.
Which means that the possibilities are endless for that, because you can do a lot of violent stuff, right, without it being gratuitously bloody and gory, which is quite nice because it means that you can do some really cool stuff without actually hitting that. Yeah, no one that's lower than 25 is going to play this.
Well, how would Elon Musk feel about you dismembering Optimus?
I think he would love it, because despite the fact that thing exists, the amount of shit that comes out of that Crick's mouth about AI and how it's going to ruin humanity, and then he throws a fucking soiree with a bunch of AI robots giving out fucking cookies. And what an absolute bastard! Anyway.
Everybody's decided now it's not actually going to be Terminator. It's going to be Tesla Maters.
Yeah. Anyway, so Taz has hit it right on the head. Right, Into the Darkness is Alex mixed with Bone Lab. So it's Half-Life Alex. No, I know. Just calm your fucking boots, right? Okay. It's not got the bullshit of Bone Lab, right? It's got most of the same movement mechanics as your standard VR game.
Right, okay.
It's Alex, but with more physics-based mechanics. That was the theory. But anyway, I played it. And yes, it is extremely early access, considering I've been waiting for fucking years for this game. And it's crap.
I saw some gameplay of that. And, now that I'm looking at the trailer, I know what you're talking about. And I thought, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, so I went and played it because I didn't like, all of a sudden, right, I had a notification come up being like, oh yeah, you can play test this now. And I was just like, hell yes, I'm going to play test this. I had an entire day set aside to do work. You know what? That day's gone. That day's deleted. And 45 minutes later, I was just like, this was wholly not worth it.
So what was the fundamental problem with it? If it was pitched as Half-Life Alex meets Bone Lab, what was the fundamental problem with it?
Oh, it's broken. So you jump in, and the first thing that comes to my mind is, oh god, what was that sci-fi game? Really, Hubris, right? The first thing that came to my mind when I logged in was, okay, this is kind of like Hubris. I can deal with that.
Yeah.
And one of the first things you have to do, because bear in mind, this is PC VR only, right? So the very least you're going to think, well, at least it's going to be freaking pretty.
Yeah.
And it is kind of, but they open you up in like this really dark room, a la like late 90s sci-fi horror, where they're just like, oh yeah, let's not pay for the CGI budget. Let's just make everything black. And it's like, right, you do this and you do that, and you've got like the excuse me. You've got like the Half-Life Alex mechanic of being able to like gravity flick stuff towards you, right?
Yeah.
Which is done really nicely until you try and put things on your body. And then I spent 10 minutes, solid 10 minutes, because it won't let you pass the tutorial until you've managed to get these pickaxes behind your back in these pockets that seem to not be able to work out where the hell they are. And then eventually I get past that and I'm like, oh, there's a bunch of weapons that I can do, and there's a bunch of stuff that I can do to these robot enemies that are coming at me. No, you can stab them in the head, or you can shoot them, but no, like there's no actual like decent damage. That
all right, so you can't like,
yeah,
you can't like chop their arms off or anything, or
no, which right, and that's where the Bone Labby stuff is meant to come in.
Yeah,
right? That's how it's always been shown to be played, and no, there's none of that. So it's literally stab them in the head or shoot them in the head. Their head will pop off. And honestly, it's boring. And then you go downstairs and you find a bunch more weapons. And I'm like, oh, there's a bow and arrow. Okay, this could save it. Sci-fi bow and arrow. Count me in. And I go to grab it off the shelf. And I'm like, hang on. Is this going to make me individually pick up these freaking arrows and put them in my quiver? Yes, it is. And because they're all physics-based, they're actual real assets within the world. They interact with everything, including themselves.
Oh,
yeah, so they go everywhere. And then I go to pick up the bow, right? And, oh, that was a bad idea. Why did I think that I could pick up a bow the wrong way up? How dare I? Like, put me in prison. How dare I think that if I go to pick up a weapon, it will just automatically orientate to the hand that I am going to use? I like how Captain Pix
said,
like,
I already know you're talking about Into the Darkness.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the bow literally embeds itself into the shelves and decides forevermore that I'm no longer going to be able to use it. And I'm like, okay.
I'm done.
And then I go, no. I persisted. I went outside and I shot some things. The gun mechanics are boring and bad. And then I got stuck and I was like, okay, well, let's reload it and give it one more try. Just one more try, just to make sure that I'm not being a complete picky bastard. And once again, I'm bored with the tutorial. I'm bored with the beginning. I go and get the bow. The bow is terrible to use. It is horrendously bad to use. It's not fun in any way, shape, or form. I go outside. There are these floating, like, shooty things. I try and hit one of them. It takes me like 18 arrows, despite there only being 10, to try and take these 3 things down. And bear in mind, Ray, I've played a lot of VR archery, and I consider myself to be a good VR archer. And yeah, no, it was crap. And then I got stuck once again. Like, I walked backwards and something happened that I got stuck. Not in any. It was a box. There was a box on the floor, and I had accidentally walked near it. And it just decided, no, your feet are mine now. And that was it. That was my entire. That's my review. There you go, guys. That's my review of Into the Darkness.
I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a transcript of this of the podcast. I'm actually going to put it into a review of Into the Darkness. Because I think
there's a scrolling thing behind you speaking. Just being like, by the way, if you want to listen to Shuey's version,
yeah, fucking. Oh my god, that is so funny.
That's just a it's not going. When's it supposed to be coming out?
I have no idea. I don't give a shit anymore. I honestly don't care now.
Yeah. I did see someone playing it, and they were not negative, but they were positive a bit, and they didn't say too much negative stuff. So, but I did see the gameplay myself and go, I was like, you're full of shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah.
Maybe I played it wrong. Maybe there were some settings that I had turned off or on, and bear in mind because I was going to record some of it and I was going to be like, okay, Bone Labby stuff, I can make content out of that, even with what I do now, right?
Yeah. So
I go into the settings and I'm like, right, first thing I need to do is turn off the fucking music, because you can't have music in a fucking gameplay video. Yeah. Because, that's just crap. No, doesn't give you the option. No option for
immediately going to get demonetized straight away. Oh my god. It's like I made a video about some video games coming out, and I got demonetized. And you think the people who make these trailers must realize that content creators are going to make videos about your video which is coming out. So don't put fucking music that's going to get me demonetized in your fucking video, you assholes. And this happens so many times. So one of my favorite games is Pistol Whip. Can't do it, can't live stream it, can't make content about it because I get demonetized straight away. I mean, this is not Pistol Whip's fault, because they are using, music that is
good and has licensing, basically.
Exactly. But for fuck's sake, can you not just, if a content creator is making content about your game, can you not just give them? I mean, this is like, so a couple of years ago, I was speaking to Nazy, who is like the Beat Saber girl from Australia, the girl with the purple hair. And she said she's always on the brink of being demonetized and having her channel, basically copyright striked, because she does Beat Saber. And she cannot find a way around this problem with using licensed music. So, yeah.
I tell you what, real props here. Real props to a game. In fact, I want to see if you guys can pick it out. I don't think you will be able to. A game where they have genuinely said, what about our content creators? What about our content creators? How can we make things so that they are 100% sorted, so that they not only have an option of turning off any licensed music, so it only plays non-licensed, like copyright-free music, can we turn it so that there is no swearing in the game, so it just removes it from the dialogue? That would be a good idea. How about we actually add a bunch of different viewing angles that they could use for their streams, for their footage? You know, what game would you say that is?
Hitman
you-
2.
I was going to say Against.
No, I don't know if Against did it, if I'm really honest. I didn't play it enough.
Okay.
No, the game I'm talking about is Underdogs.
Oh, okay. Well,
They did all of that.
but nobody played it.
No, people are the thing is people are playing it. Like, they're actually earning bank. Like,
Really?
that game is still doing relatively well. Like, because of the amount of time and effort they put into a game that, because it's roguelike as well, right? So, like, people play that shit over and over and over. I still revisit it every couple of weeks.
Oh, right. Okay.
But yeah, no, go
when I
play it.
played-
If you haven't played it and you like roguelikes, go play that game.
Oh,
I
cool.
don't like roguelites, but I did like the game, what it was. Like the gameplay loop and the mechanics and stuff. It was really cool.
It's just a pity that it's a bit short. Like, that's the only thing. Like, if you get a broken build, and there are some broken builds in there, even though it is like semi-randomized, there are some builds in there that are so broken that if you get it, you don't have to put any effort in whatsoever. And you can get it from like level 3 onwards, I think. And it's like, so in case you're wondering, if you know Underdogs, if you get the nail gun. And there are a couple of different utility add-ons to that give it both explosion and electrocution. You literally just put the nails in the ground. If you get it so that you can put multiple nails as well, you just put a couple of nails through a couple of heads, and it automatically explodes them, makes them vulnerable, and electrocutes them and stuns them. It's actually it's ridiculous. Like, I did the entire game off of one of those builds once, and I did it with one arm. Didn't even use the other arm. The other arm was just movement.
Right. So shall we move on? Because the last podcast we did was on the 23rd, and then we had MetaConnect on the 25th. Now, I am part of the MetaQuest Creator Program, but I was inducted too late to be invited. I believe that, and well,
I am in the same boat. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we were inducted about the same time.
Yeah, you were inducted like 3 days before me or something.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So we didn't get invited to MetaConnect because we were inducted too late to be invited. So out of everything that happened on MetaConnect, what was the thing? Indie. You obviously sat there and watched MetaConnect 2024 with bated breath. What was the most exciting thing that happened for you?
Do you know the truth?
I already know the truth.
I've
never.
You don't
want to
know the truth. You don't want to know the truth.
I didn't fucking watch it. Because it doesn't really. If it's anything, you know, whatever, then I'll hear about it on my whatever YouTube feed or news, whatever. I got the gist of what it was about, but nothing really. Nothing stands out for me, to be honest.
Okay, so so there was a couple of bits that came out of MetaConnect. Nothing.
A
I don't think
couple?
anything. I only think a couple.
Oh, dude, there was something groundbreaking that came out of MetaConnect 2024. Like, fucking properly, like, wow. Oh, thank you, Parasite, by the way. Parasite's just donated to my channel. Cheers, mate.
8 days until I play Batman with the hope someone says, "Who are you?" So I can reply with,
I'm Batman. Yeah, you got to say it with the word. You got to say, I'm Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I say to my wife every night before we go to bed. Just go, I'm Batman.
She's like, fuck off, you flappy winged twat. Right, where were we?
MetaConnect. Okay, go on then, Mac. Big
Dude,
things.
Orion.
Yeah.
It's groundbreaking. It's
Yeah.
incredible. Like, Mark Zuckerberg, bearing in mind he's grown his hair out and he looks a bit at the moment. Quite liking the look, Mark. spoke to a guy called Roberto Moreno, who is a USC champion who doesn't speak English, and they using Orion.
Sorry, calling bullshit on this.
No. Apparently, speak to the people who went to MetaConnect, who have Meta Ray-Bans, and have the AI, which has not been activated anywhere else except in the USA, and they said that actually works.
No. I mean, I'm calling bullshit on the guy not being able to speak English.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
No, I fully expect AI to be able to work. Jesus, I mean, how difficult is it?
What's the name of the fighter?
Roberto Moreno. He's like a welterweight champ?
Brandon Moreno.
Brandon Moreno. There you go. Yeah. Brandon Moreno. Yeah.
English.
Yeah. So he's Spanish, or he's Mexican, so he speaks Spanish. And basically, what happened was that Zuckerberg said to him, "Oh, how are you today? Nice to see you." And his glasses translated that into Spanish and then transmitted it to Brandon Moreno's glasses. And Brandon Moreno heard him say, "Oh, in Spanish, da 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 da," and he replied in Spanish, and Mark Zuckerberg heard it in English. That's like, for me, as a person who likes to travel, that is groundbreaking, and that is going to change the world.
It'll be great that you can listen to them. It won't work the other way around.
Put these glasses on. No, come on, don't be cynical. Don't be cynical.
Orion is cool. It is cool. It's some super cool shit that we're going to see in a decade's time. But I'm getting closer and closer to the point where if I'm not going to see it in the next year or two, it's less interesting to me.
Oh man, you're. It's the
Maybe
future.
I'm just becoming more jaded.
Right. All right. So Elon Musk said.
Ellen, isn't that?
Yeah,
Ellen.
Elon Musk said. Elon Musk said.
He did the voice of Dory, didn't he?
Right. Fuck you. Elon Musk said when he revealed the Robovan thing, he said if it's gonna be sci-fi, it needs to look sci-fi. And those glasses, they are sci-fi, man. They are like 5 to 10 years away from being a consumer product because he said it costs so much to make those glasses. And apparently it's the silicon carbide lenses that cost the most. Yeah. So that's what I'm excited about. I mean, that's what got me from... I mean, the Quest 3S, yeah, okay. Cut down Quest 3 with less features, blah, 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 whatever. That's what got me excited was Orion. So,
okay, so that we're clear, am I excited by the idea of being able to have holographic glasses roughly the size of the things that I'm already wearing so that I can both communicate with people and do cool shit with people? Hell yes, I am. Was I excited 3 years ago by the idea? Like, if you look at all of the stuff, all of the graphics that were used for MetaConnect 3 years ago, was I excited for that shit? Was I excited to be in the metaverse and sit at my kitchen table and play chess with this holographic guy sat the other side of that table? Hell fucking yes, I was. Where the fuck is it?
No, I was never excited about that shit. I was never excited about that stuff.
Yeah, but everything that went with that, right? The whole metaverse side of things that he was talking about, yes, there was a certain level of, I don't know, it was cringy, but there were certain parts of that where I was just like, yeah, this stuff is what we needed this at the time, 2 years ago during the pandemic, so that the ability to socialize with people was still there. This is what we need because people are becoming more insular. Is that because of technology? Maybe. Probably, but maybe. But we need that because of the type of society we are becoming, is to try and stay social in a situation where social is becoming harder and harder and harder. And I want that stuff. And yes, I want the holographic glasses. But I'm still not seeing that other stuff that he was talking about 3 years ago.
Yeah, you know why? Because they lost so much money when they pushed it that they had to reset back to the VR headsets and then push the Orion development budget off to one side. It's progress. It's like we want all of these things now, but to be fair, Orion is so expensive that it's not viable. The Meta Ray-Bans are viable. They cost £300?
I don't know.
Yeah, they cost £300.
Yeah.
I did actually do some testing with the Ray-Bans. Sorry, carry on, Serge. I'll tell my story afterwards.
No, I was just going to say, it all looks cool, but it doesn't really faze me because it's just like, it's not going to happen anytime soon. It looks cool.
Right, okay. I completely disagree with you. So I got sent a pair of XREAL Air 2 Pros by XREAL. Thank you very much, XREAL. Yeah, there you go. And the reason I don't play as many flat screen games as I do is because when I have an hour and a half or 2 hours to myself, she got legs. She knows how to use them.
I should have plugged this into my PC and done this podcast with these on.
Yeah,
that's what we should do next time. We should wear these and do the podcast.
Yeah,
with
I
them.
agree. Right, so this is what happened to me. So I got them and I plugged them in. I got the XREAL Beam Pro as well, but I could have used my phone. The phone works perfectly well. So there's a point in my day where there's like a slack hour. So I usually go into the living room and my wife's invariably watching some Live Abroad, your life is shit, so go and live abroad program. And I had to sit there like fucking drinking my cup of tea thinking, I'd rather be fucking sticking pins in my testicles.
That's like when I came to your house and you made me watch Strictly Come Dancing. Sorry, carry on. So you know how I feel.
That was a life-affirming moment for you.
Yeah.
That was a life-affirming moment for you. So anyway.
Life means nothing. Go on. Sorry, carry on.
So I'm sat there and like she's watching TV and I put my XREAL on and I had the Xbox app and I was playing Halo Infinite. And if Shuey, did you got the pros so you can dim there? Yeah. So on the pros, you can actually press a button and like chromatically dim the glasses themselves. So I just put it like black as fuck as I could. Massive screen, playing Halo. I had my earbuds in and I was like playing Halo and she's watching Place in the Sun or whatever the fuck she watches. And I'm like playing Halo. It's fucking amazing. After an hour and a half, she's like, do you want dinner? Yeah, okay, that's fine. And so that like took that slack hour that I have in my life where I have to sit there with my cup of tea thinking, I wish I could fucking die. And it made it so that I was actually playing Halo Infinite instead. And that was it's fucking amazing. Because you can like basically tune out the whole world around you. And if you're on a train, you can be watching your Amazon, your Netflix, you can watch YouTube, and it's yeah.
600 with the Orbit too.
No, not nowhere near. It's £300 for the Air 2s. It's £350 for the Air 2 Pro. And then if you want to buy the little dongle that controls everything, it's another £200. But you can do it all from your phone if you download the Nebula OS onto your phone. Yeah, and that's what they look like. They just look like sunglasses. So do the thing. There. Right, can you see? Like, do it again. Clear them.
Oh, you want them clear? Okay,
yeah, clear.
That's clear.
That's clear.
I know it's difficult to see because I've got my prescriptions behind these as well.
Yeah. So, right, go for dim, slightly dim.
Right, hang on. No, we can do this another way.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually need to unplug them from my PC because that's where I'm hearing you from. Why is it shutting down?
Because you've unplugged them.
Oh shit!
Oh, his PC's shut down.
Oh no!
Shuey, will return to the podcast imminently. Oh my god!
We'll leave him up like that.
Right,
The
should we
frozen drink.
catch
But-
up with the chat?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, that they sound cool. And if like you're traveling and for the usage scenarios, it's pretty cool. But for me, I don't think I would actually use them myself. Like,
No,
I wouldn't go and buy them, like because I've
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I agree. They are expensive, but I mean, I demonstrated these things to my wife, and she was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" And everybody the live stream's going crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So everybody I've demonstrated these to, everybody has said, "Oh my god!" I mean, I'm like talking people who who are techies, people who aren't techies, my wife, my sister, who is like, "Oh, there he is. You're not back yet. I can't hear you." Yay.
I accidentally pressed the off button.
Oh my god. I was just trying to explain that I demonstrated these to my wife who's not interested in VR or XR or AR or anything. And she was like, "Wow, that's amazing." Even my sister, who's like, she's like 5 years older than me, in her 60s, she was like, "Oh my god, that's incredible." You know, but the thing is, what I'm trying to say is, I think Orion and Ray-Ban Metas and X-Real Air 2 Pros, I think eventually you're not going to have this. You're not going to have a phone. You're going to have a pair of glasses.
Oh, 100%.
That does everything for you.
Yeah. That's where we're going to be heading, basically.
Yeah. But
yeah.
So Indy, like, I wear glasses, Shu wears glasses, you don't wear glasses. So would you be comfortable putting glasses on because that is where your phone is, that's where your that's where your camera is, that's where your AI is? I don't know.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not used to wearing glasses, so fuck knows. I think it'd be really cool to have all of that kind of stuff.
I think everyone will wear these.
And then, you mean later down the line, or like as in?
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm specifically asking Indy because he doesn't wear glasses. So I'm used to wearing glasses. You're used to wearing glasses, but Indy doesn't wear glasses because he's an amoeba.
I don't even wear fucking shades when the sun's out, so it'll be so foreign to me.
You just squint.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, I'd give them a go. The next time I'll give them a go. I'm sure they're really cool.
I'll bring them down to EGX. Well, I mean, Chewy can do that as well.
But you guys are more into your techie stuff. I'm more of a gamer thing. I think it's really cool. But I don't keep. I mean, I've never actually tried them, so I can't really say much. To be honest. So.
I just want to be able to watch. So this is my big use case. Is mainly for travel, right? I want to be able to watch what I'm watching in private. And that's not to say that I'm watching porn or anything, although this does give you the option of doing so.
I'm fucking ordering it now.
Right. But what I'm saying is like, I was going back through Game of Thrones a few months back, and I was on a train down to the Pico event. And I was sat there on the train, and all of a sudden, like, I've got my headphones in, but then there's a bunch of titties because it's like the early seasons, right? And I'm just like, oh shit, I'm not actually in a private room right now. This is not like acceptable to be able to watch on public transport. Despite the fact that it's not, well, I'm not going to be sat there jacking off or something. But, you know, I'd like to be able to watch what I'm watching privately, and these give you
they really do.
Exactly that.
They
and
really
it's not just movies and stuff either. It's being able to check your emails. It's being able to check things without somebody over your shoulder seeing what you're seeing. And that is quite nice.
So what you need to know about the X-Real is that your phone basically becomes the screen for the glasses. So whatever you want to do on your PC or your phone, you can do that in the X-Reels. So you can like go on Google, you can go on, you can go on Amazon, you can go on Netflix, you can go on YouTube, whatever you can do on your phone, you can do it within the X-Reel glasses, which is, I've got a really funny story to tell you. So quite a few years ago, do you remember the Spartacus, the TV program? It was all like muscly guys, Spartacus. So I was getting my windows done at my old house, and I was sitting there watching an episode of Spartacus, and they were all like, sword fighting, sword fighting. And then they all went into the thing where they put the oil on and start scraping each other. So there's like a load of naked blokes like scraping each other. And this guy who was fitting the windows...
wasn't watching Spartacus.
I was watching Spartacus. This guy who was fitting the windows walked past, and I was like, it's Spartacus' TV program. He was like, yeah, okay, mate. And I'm like, oh shit. So in that case scenario, if I had the X-Reels, I'd have been perfectly fine. I could be watching my gay Spartacus porn with the guy scraping each other's, and I'd have been fine. But I honestly think that smart glasses are the future of this. I think in 5 to 10 years' time, you won't have this. You'll just have a pair of smart glasses.
Once they evolve into like smaller form factors and all that kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. The X-Reels are quite bulky. I think you'll agree.
Yes, they are quite bulky. They're not the most comfortable things to wear long term.
Yeah.
They're not like as comfy as my glasses, for instance, to wear long term. They're fine. Like I can wear them for a movie. That's not a problem at all. I can wear them for a small gaming session. That's absolutely fine, and it works quite nicely. You know, on the way back from a gig recently, I was too tired to sit there and listen to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, so I ended up sitting there just sticking The Simpsons on. You know, and that actually worked really nicely. I watched a couple of episodes of Simpsons on the way back in the back of the car. Happy days.
Yeah. So sorry, Indy.
I didn't say nothing.
Okay. So what I was going to say, there's a lot of people who've got the Meta Ray-Bans now say that they don't use earphones anymore. They have the glasses and they use the Ray-Bans to listen to music and stuff. So what the X-Reels do is they have the big screen for playing games and watching media, and the Ray-Bans have the camera for taking photographs and video and listening to music. Eventually, there'll be a point where there'll be a crossover where they're a decent size and battery to do both, where you won't need a puck or a phone.
Yeah. It's technology moves forward.
It's fun.
Yeah. I won't go out and buy them myself. If you give me yours for free, Mac, that'll be. Then I'll tell you. There you go. How good they are. But it sounds really cool. The thing that I'm trying to do though is reduce my screen time. So that's something that's not going to help. I get a report from my phone every week saying if you use your phone for X amount of hours less this week and all that kind of thing. So I'm keeping track of like dropping down my screen time as well.
Yeah. So how much cycling have you done since the Brighton event?
None.
Okay, can I buy your bike? Because I want one.
I'm probably gonna go out this weekend. Are you actually gonna buy a bike, Mac? Or are you just talking shit?
No, we are going to do the coast to coast next year.
You keep saying that, but I don't see a bike.
No, we're doing it. We're doing it.
Right, save that for the end, boys. Let's carry on talking about. So the other big thing that came out of MetaConnect was this thing that Mac has in the background, and it's probably a good thing that the embargo is lifted. Otherwise, that would have been problematic.
Embargo lifted at 2:00 this afternoon, so we are now allowed to talk about the MetaQuest 3S. So, Shuey, you've got one. You've had one for the same amount of time that I've had it. What do you think?
So that we're clear, I've had it for longer than Mac's had it. So No.
That's That's because you got cleared in the MetaQuest program before I did.
No, it's because yours got stuck at
Oh, that's
Huntington or
right. Yes,
wherever
it did.
was.
It did. It got caught in fucking. I forgot about that. It got caught in
Yeah,
customs.
no, I've had it for 48 hours longer than Max, so you can trust my opinion much more. Obviously,
Much more. Okay. So, what do you think this? Why do you think Meta made this?
Do you know what? I have no idea.
I do. Quite simple. When the Quest 2 launched, there was a 64 gigabyte basic MetaQuest 2, and it costs less than £300. And that's why they've done this, because this thing costs £279.99 in the UK, and that is a console for your face. It does everything that the Quest 3 can do, which the Quest 3 is a lot more expensive, like over £100, and it has the Fresnel lenses from the Quest 2. It has the shitty cloth strap. It has a pass-through button here, so you can just tap that to get to your pass-through. It doesn't have a 3.5mm audio jack. It's been cut down for a price below £300, $300, to sell VR to the masses.
To sell VR, this is the question: is to sell VR to who specifically?
Not me, not you, not Indy.
No.
It's to
No,
sell.
it's not to sell it to any of us. I genuinely don't believe that it's there to sell it to Quest 2 users. Maybe Quest 1 users.
No, I think Quest 2 users would get value out of this.
I don't disagree that they'll get value out of it. I think that having used it,
yeah,
I wouldn't go out and buy one myself. Obviously, as you already said, it's not for me, it's not for Indy, it's not for you. It's probably not for the majority of people that are in the chat right now.
I've got one of these. I don't need one of these.
Exactly. But I actually went for the first time in a very, very long time and stuck my Quest 2 on my head. And do you know what? I then stuck the Quest 3S on, and then I stuck the Quest 2 on, and then I stuck the Quest 3S on, and I played a few bits and bobs, had a quick sort of play around, and there's, unless you specifically want mixed reality, unless you specifically want to play things like Arkham Knight or whatever it's called,
Arkham Shadow.
I genuinely don't think that people with the Quest 2 will feel the need to upgrade yet. I think they'll wait for them to come out secondhand, or they'll come down. They'll go on an offer for like $250, or they'll go on an offer where you get 8 games with it, or something like that, or you'll get Quest Plus for a year or something. I just don't think that is for those people. What I think this console is for people that are specifically looking for mixed reality, which there is no killer app for yet, right? That's the thing that sells a phone, is that killer app, or it was decades ago, is you had the killer thing that would sell it. And it doesn't have that yet. Yeah, Starship Home is good. There are some cool mixed reality stuff on there. There's some great puzzle games. There's some cool things that you can do with it, but there's nothing in mixed reality yet. There's nothing like, I don't know, like a full campaign game where I walk out of a door and I'm in the game and I'm not in the game and yada yada yada. There's that one from Maze Theory, which is pretty cool, but it's still not quite where I'm going. There's no mixed reality that is going to, in my opinion, is going to sell an entire headset currently. Okay. Which means I think this console is just for new users. I think this console is purely for those kids that have been begging their parents for a console, for a VR headset for the last year, so that they can play Gorilla Tag like J-Man Curly. And because it's cheap enough, it will sell this Christmas. I think they are the main market share of this headset.
Indy?
I agree.
The biggest fan of Quest?
I did say, yeah. No, I think it's for kids as well. Kids will buy it. As an entry level, I like because of the price point as well, and you've also got like Gorilla Tag, Ghost of Tabor, and all those games that have a lot of kids. Yeah, I don't think, like you said, it's in between, right? So people who are grown-ups will probably just fork out the rest of the money and get the actual Quest 3, right? Because it's not that much of a difference. Not massive.
There's $200.
Yeah, but if you're working and you're grown up, it's not.
It's almost double.
Yeah.
Like, I would say that's a significant enough difference from the minimum model of the Quest 3S to the standard model of the Quest 3. I think there's enough of a price jump that even adults that want to, like I did with the Quest 2, where I got some money at Christmas one year, 5 years ago, and my brain just went, why haven't I bought a VR headset yet? What? And just went on the fucking full obsession train to the point where I went and bought one the very same day. They didn't have the 64 in, so I bought the 256 or the 512, whichever the size it was. I think it was 256.
Yeah.
And then created an entire channel around it because, that's how my brain works. But I think $300, £300, that's enough that people around Christmas, adults and kids alike, will be able to justify it. £500, I think, just sounds too much for for an impulse buy. But yeah, impulse buyers and kids.
So what you've said there justifies exactly what I said in my review of this headset. It's almost as good as the Quest 3, but it's £120 cheaper than the base Quest 3. It's £289, and the base Quest 3 is £409.99. So it's almost £120 cheaper.
Okay, that's cheaper than I thought it was.
Wow. Yeah. So what this is...
You've muted yourself. You've muted yourself. You've muted yourself.
Fuck,
I thought that was my headphones.
I did. So what this is, right? So I have to say that myself and Power On are part of the MetaQuest Creator Program. But what I like about the MetaQuest Creator Program is they just say, yeah, you can do whatever you want. If you want to post these videos and you want to make money off them, then there's certain criteria. But if you are going to go out of that criteria, you can just say what you want. So this thing here is the Quest 2 64GB that costs less than £300, but with all the power that the Quest 3 has. So you can play the upgraded version of Asgard's Wrath. You could play the upgraded version you could play Batman Arkham Asylum, which isn't coming out on the Quest 2. It's only coming out on Quest 3 or Quest 3S. This thing is
same with Behemoth and things, right?
Behemoth, yeah. So this thing is actually a really good PC VR headset. If you just want to link your PC to your headset, this thing is actually really good. It's really, really good. It's not quite as good as the Quest 3 because the panel resolution isn't quite as good. But, I mean, you have to be a fucking weenie to notice the difference. This is a great headset. It's cheap. And that's, I think, what Quest have aimed for, is to bring it down to the price where, like Shuey said, it's a good impulse buy. Because would you spend £400 on an impulse buy? Probably not. Would you spend £270 on an impulse buy? Yeah,
it becomes a lot more reasonable.
It does,
point.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that it comes down to for me as well, though, is not necessarily from an impulse perspective, but and I am more than willing, right? This is an opinion piece, 100% opinion. There isn't a huge amount of effort that has gone into forming this opinion. I will admit that up front. On putting on the Quest 3S, it felt to me like the mixed reality or the pass-through was better than the 3. This is an opinion piece, right? I haven't put on the 3S that much. I haven't put it on like every day, like I put on my Quest 3. Every single day, my Quest 3 goes in front of my eyes, right? But the moment I put on the 3S, my brain, whether it was that new VR smell or not, I don't know. You know, where you walk into a house that's for sale and it's got coffee brewing or bread baking or something.
Bread.
But I don't know what it was. Something in my brain said to me, "Do you know this feels better? The pass through feels clearer."
Do you know what? I'm really pleased you said that, because that was my initial feeling.
Ooh.
That was my initial feeling. Right, so they both, like, that uses a different system to that, I think. This uses infrared. That uses infrared for the pass through. The Pico 4S uses something, a different system similar to the Apple Vision Pro called iToF.
Sorry, Captain Pixis, to answer your question, was it a particularly sunny day? My room doesn't have sunlight.
No.
99% of the time. So it would have been the same amount of light that I always have.
Yeah, I play in the same, exactly the same as me. I play in the same lighting. I agree with you, actually. I thought that the pass-through was better. I don't know whether
there seemed to be less warping as well to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, opinion. I would have to spend more time than I'm willing to give it, to go through and actually test that theory a bit better. And I would have to put side by side cameras and everything like that, which so that we're clear, I'm not going to do.
I've done.
Mac has done, apparently.
I've done it. There's less warping in the Parasites. Please stop sending me money.
He sent you one. He sent you 3 now. You missed one of them, I think.
Oh, I did. Oh, sorry, Parasite.
I have a great idea. If the Orion ends up needing an external battery, Meta could release it in belt form.
Orion's belt. Oh my!
I thought
dude.
that was a serious comment until I got to the very last bit, and I was just like, "Oh, come on, this was a bit."
Well done, Parasite. You're not wrong, Parasite. Not wrong. Right, so going back, I have actually got a video. I've got a video coming out soon where I compare MetaQuest 3, MetaQuest 3S with the Pico 4 Ultra. Now, Pico 4 Ultra's pass-through is fundamentally superior to the Meta's pass-through. Like, it's day and night, right? Really is, because they use something called time of flight. So the Pico 4 uses something called time of flight, which I don't understand. It's something to do with LiDAR, where it uses a sensor that can detect the light bouncing back into the sensor, whereas the MetaQuest 3 and the MetaQuest 3S use infrared cameras to detect the light bouncing back, which the Pico 4S, the Pico 4 Ultra is more accurate, and it is quite literally, the pass-through is day and night, because if you have the headset on and you put your hand in front of the, like a, say for example, my keyboard, there is no warping, there is no distortion at all. If you do that with the MetaQuest 3, there's a huge amount of warping and distortion, and it is quite bad. It isn't as bad on the Quest 3S, which I don't understand, because that's a cheaper headset. So have they got, as the technology moved on in that year that headset's been out? I think so.
I think the problem we're looking at here is that it's only the pass-through, right? It's not the level of quality you're going to get from mixed reality. It's just the pass-through. And I know those two sound synonymous, but they're not, right? The ability for something to use LiDAR to map out your room is far significant to just using IR. So yeah, it's just from a pass-through perspective, not from a mixed reality perspective.
Okay, so the Pico 4 Ultra can do spatial videos. Neither of the Quest ones can. So that makes me think that this ITOF. So, oh God, that guy from that we meet occasionally in the Pico.
Oh God, let's just call him Mr. Boring.
Yeah, Mr. Boring. I actually asked. You've probably seen it on the Discord. I asked the question. I didn't know what ITOF stood for. And
I read the conversation.
Did you fall asleep about halfway through?
Mate, the moment I saw him typing, I was gone.
So basically, I didn't know what ITOF stood for. So I was like, because I want to be correct on YouTube, because it's YouTube, and if you don't get things correct, people with adenoids exactly will go, "Oh, I don't think you understand that." So it's ITOF stands for something time of flight, which is that's the way that LiDAR works, and that's how Apple phones do their spatial videos. So Pico 4 Ultra can do spatial videos, but Quest and Quest 3S can't. And that's purely down to the infrared sensors. And that's why the pass-through isn't as good on those two machines. But I do agree with you that the pass-through on the S is actually better than the 3, which is really weird because that's a much more expensive headset. Like £120.
Okay, I don't know about you guys. I'm bored of talking tech.
Okay, let's talk about games.
This has reminded me of one thing. I need to turn off pass-through on my fucking Quest 3 because it got me killed when I was playing zombies.
What?
Pass-through got me killed when I was playing zombies the other day.
Oh, did you double tap it?
I never used it. I never fucking used it.
Chemo Totem?
Yeah. So I'm turning my pass-through off. Yeah. Sorry, let's not talk about pass-through anymore.
So what were you playing Chemo? Right, so let's get... You were playing Chemo Totem, Doobie Firkin on Pavlov.
Yep. Pavlov, better graphics than Contractors. It had better features, all of the maps. It had all of the stuff in it. But because they're going from Unreal 4 to 5, but the maps aren't there, and the ones that are, they're buggy. So I went to Contractors, which has all the features, but it just doesn't look as good. There's a couple of things missing as well. But in general, because before, like a year or so ago, Pavlov was always better. But I think because of this shift between engines.
Oh, okay.
But Contractors is good enough. It's got most of it. Like those exploding zombies when you turn electric on.
Yeah.
They don't do the explosion with a puff. You don't see the beam except for one map. You don't see the beam where the box is. Just a couple of little tiny things. But the exploding thing's quite big actually. But to be in general, it's switched from like me playing Pavlov for the zombies to Contractors for the zombies.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. So that it'll all get sorted, won't it? Though.
Yeah, but what they're saying is you should switch to Unreal Engine 4 on Pavlov to get the old versions and the other maps. But I don't know how you do that, so I can't be asked.
I think you're getting a bit of distortion on your mic, Indy.
Sounds all right to me.
Yeah, every time you speak, Mac, tell me if I'm wrong. Every time you speak, it's sounding like you're sort of dragging something down a gravel path.
Yeah, it's blowing out. Yeah.
That's weird.
It's
not a big thing. Don't get me wrong. It's not a massive thing, so I won't worry too much about it.
Shall we move on to let's talk some games.
Yeah.
Right. So, what games are you excited about coming up, Indy? There's going to be some stuff. Come on.
We spoke about this last time. I think Alien's probably the main one.
Yeah.
To be honest. Yeah.
No, we've had Gunman announced. We've had a rough date for Gunman contracts.
I didn't even play the mod.
What? What do you mean you didn't play the mod?
I've played, I think, 2 mods in Half-Life Alyx. One was a difficulty one was something else.
I
not playing Gunman.
Should we just like he's off?
Can you just exit him out of the call?
Yeah. You never played Gunman Contracts.
No.
Play it tonight.
Go and play it tonight,
Alan,
man.
do
It's
you have Alex
amazing.
installed?
I fucking hate John Wick, so I refuse to play it, Mac.
If you don't quit him out of the call, I'm gonna quit out of the call.
No, I can't because that will screw up the fucking stream. Yeah,
Did you just actually say you don't like John Wick?
I fucking hate
he
that
hates. No, do you not know this? He hates John Wick.
No.
fucking turd.
How have I been friends with this guy?
Forced to watch Bollywood films, and that's fucking worse than Bollywood films. All he needs to do is start singing and dancing, and that's it. It's just over the top bullshit. It doesn't register in my brain as entertainment.
Okay, well,
I don't think you have the ability to feel happiness. I think you're anhedonic.
Yeah, I could be. We need to Google that word, but it sounds good.
Halle Berry with Attack Dogs, John Wick 3 Parabellum.
Just Keanu Reeves is such a, like, I don't think the guy can do any wrong.
Halle Berry with dogs
Like here.
in a bra top. But
There isn't many things or many people that I will fanboy for, but Keanu Reeves could literally walk up to me, stare me down, and I would fall to my knees.
Yeah, I mean he's a great actor, but I just don't like John Wick. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but your cousin agrees with you. Dips is in the he's in the conversation saying, "I agree with you."
Where? I didn't see that.
Not with you, with us.
Good.
Fuck. Anyway, So if you don't know what sorry, should we explain what Gunman Contracts is?
Probably
So
a good idea.
if you don't know what Gunman Contracts is, it's a mod for Half-Life Alyx, which you can download for free. And there's 2 chapters: Gunman Contracts 1 and Gunman Contracts 2. And
Okay, that was a little too sucking of the egg, I think.
that is, I think Gunman Contracts 2 is about as close as you can get to a John Wick simulator.
Yeah.
That it's like the first one is really good, but it's very short and it's a little bit buggy. The second one is absolutely amazing. For an experience that probably lasts 30 minutes, I probably spent 10, 20 hours playing that game because you are going for the one-shot headshots every single time. You are trying to get that perfect run where you just do the headshot.
I tell you what, that game, or that mod, let's say for now, if you actually put the effort in and actually do like the break falls for it, so that you can like literally fall to the ground around a corner to take out someone, it changes the game so much.
So do you know about the John Wick flick? So that actually works in Gunman Contracts too. So you can so if you don't understand, what happened was that Keanu Reeves developed this thing where he would like unload his magazine as he flicked, and he would put the new magazine in and cock and then go. And people who were into guns said, "Wow, that's actually really fucking good." But in Gunman Contracts 2, you can actually do that. You can press the button to unload your gun and you can flick your wrist and the magazine fucks off. You can put the new one in, cock, and carry on. It's just... Motherfucker! It's just amazing.
I love those mods. But so the guy who was modded it...
AMB7.
Oh, that's the one. He has been working on producing his very own game, which is like, I don't think he's shying from it. Like, everything is basically scenes from John Wick movies at this point, in the full game that he's creating. And Valve have basically said, yeah, here you go, dude. Have a shitload of assets. Go nuts.
Yeah. And that's what I love about Valve.
What's happened here?
I should definitely watch John play John Wick. Okay, I mean I'll give it a go.
Have you seen any of the films?
Yeah, I saw the first one and I was like, "This is shit," and I just said no, turned it off. And then in the background, I've seen people watching them, and I stop and I watch, and I'll just go, "This is fucking bollocks," and I just walk away Because that's what it is. It's over. If you like that over the top bullshit, then that's up to you. If you've got a fucking monkey brain, it's up to you. That's your.
Wow.
I have a monkey brain. My whole channel is built around having a monkey brain. So, what do you expect?
To be fair, like my favorite hobby at the moment, and has been for months now, is
Airsoft.
airsoft. So, and at the end of the day, I know exactly what airsoft is. It is cosplay, right? It is cosplay with kind of workable munition type
that doesn't kill people
mechanics. And it is incredibly fun. And yes, I love being able to set aside reality for a little while to watch Keanu Reeves do Keanu Reeves stuff, and I'm a massive fan of that. And I'm unapologetic for how much of a fan I am of that.
One of his nuts in each of your mouths. I think that's appropriate.
Oh,
I would pay him.
I would do that. I would do that. I would be next to Shuey, one of Keanu Reeves' balls in my mouth, and Shuey next door, and I'd look at him and I'd go, "Yeah."
I'd laugh if your wife just walked
life is good. My wife
Mac during that.
My wife will be
video cameraing it.
My wife will be giving Keanu that, and his wife will be filming it. Right? That's how good Keanu Reeves is.
I think he's a great actor. I'm just not into those kind of movies. So
yeah, fair enough.
No, he's not. He's not a great actor.
I've been slack.
I disagree fully,
dude.
From what I've seen, I think he's really.
Walking Dead.
Oh,
Ledge.
thank you, Walking Dead. You're a fucking legend. Thank you, my friend. Oh my god, this conversation has obviously sparked some interest. We need to talk about games. We need to talk about games.
So that's coming out. So that's going to be something that everyone's going to be looking forward to, right? Mac and Chewy?
Yeah, 2025.
Sure. Okay, I'll give it a go. I'm sure it'll be great fun.
I am going to watch your live stream, and I'm just going to be posting.
Thank you very much, Walking Dead.
John Wick memes. Thanks, Walking Dead. He's done the same for Indie.
Can I just say something?
Walking Dead is an absolute legend.
I was meant to play. Actually, he might not even know. Just don't look at my channel from yesterday.
Ghost of Tabor.
Piss off.
And he didn't invite you. He didn't invite you, my friend.
I thought, let me have a go. It's like daytime. I was like, let me just see what it's like, and then I ended up playing it. Sorry, Walking Dead.
Walking Dead could have brought his legion of squeakers to your stream, and you would have been like 100,000 views.
there were kids asking, "Can I play? Can I play? Can I play?" And I was like, "No."
Right, let's talk about
Dead. I really appreciate the offer, buddy. No, I'm not streaming because obviously I don't generally do this content on my channel anymore. I've obviously pivoted away, but I still want to come and hang out with these dweebs while we talk shit about VR. So I appreciate it, dude. I appreciate you. You're an awesome guy. Yes, let's talk other games.
Arizona Sunshine Remake is the next one.
Yeah,
next
I'm
big
hyped
game
for
out, Thursday.
I wouldn't say like I'm super hyped for it, but I am hyped for it. I want
How
to
much
that
fun
game.
did we have playing Arizona Sunshine 2? Remember say hello to my little friend. It's one of my favorite video clips from last year.
Oh no, my favorite one is probably me feeding
the sausage.
The sausage.
I knew you were going to say that. With the background music.
Yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. I really wish that you could play with more than 2 people.
Yeah.
I really wish it was 3 or 4 player, but no, it's a fantastic little like zombie romp, and the first game arguably had the better story despite not having the dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I am looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to reliving the game that I spent so long playing.
Did you play Indie?
Yeah, I played on the PSVR 1, I think.
Oh, really?
And then yeah.
How was it on there?
Fucking blurry as shit. It's a good game, but it's an old game now, and like I just don't think. I think people are going to buy it for the nostalgia, going to finish it and be like, oh, it's just better graphics. It's just
it's upgraded mechanics as well.
It's everything that Arizona Sunshine 2 does, plus all the DLC from the original. So it's going to be quite a substantial game.
Yeah, but even the like, it's just going to be the same, right? Like, okay, I love zombie games, and I played Arizona Sunshine 2 as well, and I didn't think it was amazing. I just thought it was more the same. Like, it wasn't. It didn't. There was no. I don't know. It's just too samey.
I agree with what you're saying as a single player game. I completely agree with what you're saying. I think it is probably one of the best zombie like I think it's one of the best co-op zombie games available. Full stop. I think it's incredibly fun to play. It's incredibly good to play with a second person, and there's a lot of like teamwork in that makes it really fun.
About. You can piss about and mess with zombies.
It's almost sandboxy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I mean,
did we not play it together, Indy?
I played with someone else. I played multiplayer and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Someone else.
They probably weren't as much fun as me then.
Yeah, this is what I'm gathering is that Indy played it with the wrong people and didn't enjoy it as much.
Yeah. I played it with Weeble and we had a great time.
Oh Jesus Christ! We will get lost in the starting screen.
I kept having to go off and grab his hand and say, "No, this way." No, but me and Chewy played. We played almost all the way through it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we had oh man, that bit in the biker club with the sausage.
Yeah.
Oh,
the amount of time we spent trying to complete downstairs from that biker club.
Oh,
though.
that was so funny. You were like, "No, put a Molotov here," and then I was like, "Oh shit, I've triggered them before you actually threw the Molotov," and it was like, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I might skip it.
Okay, I tell you what, me and you play on Thursday night. We'll live stream it.
I just said I'll fucking skip it. Thank you very much. Fucking hard sell.
I will buy it for you just to watch
I will
you
buy it
play
for
it
you.
live.
Yes, come on, I'll buy it for you, dude.
I don't actually even know if I have it on Steam. I don't know. I can check now.
I was going to say, because if you have it, can't you upgrade for cheap?
You can if you have the original.
$10
yeah, for
or
like $10 or something.
Well, games.
Starship Troopers XR Games, the same people who made Hitman 3.
Say it. Don't say it.
Hitman. Hitman. Fucking turd. Reloaded.
I thought they'd just fired everyone.
They did.
How have they released another game?
They haven't. It got delayed.
Yeah. It got delayed because of the other people that got fired. I
Exactly.
guarantee you. I guarantee you they were about to release another Hitman 3, essentially, and then they sort of went, "Oh shit. You mean people don't like bad games? What? You mean we can't just sell it based off of the IP?
No.
That doesn't seem right."
So have you seen the trailer, which basically consists of scenes from Starship Troopers with about 10 seconds of really, really bad shooting alien bugs?
Oh god, the thing, right? Starship Troopers is one of my all-time favorite movies.
Absolutely.
It's not a good film.
No,
I'm
it
not
isn't.
saying it is. It's just one of those films that I love watching over and over and over. Like, they'll get to a point where I'm just like, oh, I really want to watch something. It's 11:30 in the evening. I don't want to go and eat something. I don't want to quite go to bed yet. I want something I can just ignore while I doom scroll.
Yeah.
And then I'll stick that on, and then instantly my phone disappears out of my view, and I'm just 2 hours of watching this stupid movie. And then I see, like, I actually played a Starship Troopers game at WASD as well, and I actually enjoyed it. You know, it was sort of a RTS game, and it was fun, and it was nice being back in the Starship Troopers universe. And then there's this, and I saw the trailer, and I was just like, this is gonna be fucking terrible.
Starship Troopers is my Zoolander. So basically what happens is me and my wife are watching a film on Saturday night, and then it finishes. If Zoolander or Starship Troopers is on, we will watch them till the end. Because Starship Troopers it's a bad, great film. Do you understand what I mean? It's a great, bad film. It's just like, it's like Paul Verhoeven at his pinnacle of shitness.
Oh yeah, no, I have 3 movies, right, that I can watch at any time, and I will always watch when I'm sick. One is Starship Troopers. The other, one of the others is Basketball. I don't know if you know that one.
I do, yes.
Fucking absolute classic by the makers of South Park.
South Park, yes. Terrible film.
Amazing film. And the third is a throwback to the nostalgia of my youth, which is the Muppet Treasure Island. So, for some reason, I can watch that anytime. It's probably got something to do with Tim Curry being in it.
All right.
Because he's just an absolute legend. But actually, I guess you could add the 4th one, which is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. But once again, Tim Curry.
Right, come on then, Indy. A film you would, I mean, apart from The Sopranos and the film between the Gatti fight, what is your default movie on a Saturday night?
Honestly, I haven't watched a fucking movie for ages.
God. Okay.
I seriously haven't.
It was going through my head, right? If I could name a movie that I thought Indy would like, that Indy would probably watch over and over and over, and the one film that came down in my head was The Departed. I was like, he might like that.
Yeah, that's a great film.
It is a good movie.
Scorsese.
Yeah.
Massively
amazing cast as well.
Yeah.
Come on, Indy, like just one film that comes on and you would like, oh shit, I need to watch that. Not The Sopranos.
That's not the film.
Not the Gatti fight.
I don't know. Anything by Scorsese then, I guess, you know, like Casino, Goodfellas, maybe Scarface, like that kind of stuff.
But you just like mentioned 3 classics there, so
yeah. But I haven't watched a film in ages. I don't know. I find it difficult to find good stuff that I like, personally, to be honest. So I can tell by a trailer and just be like, I'm not gonna like that.
Okay, so what's the last film you watched that you really enjoyed then?
Mary Poppins.
Excellent choice.
Which one?
The new one with Emily Blunt.
Abs in it.
Elon Musk is in the back of my head. Oh, Fantastic K keeps calling me a robot because I didn't get scared by that game you guys were going on about. That as the scariest game in the world.
Yeah, it's because you're a fucking weirdo, man.
I know, man. You can watch my live stream. That scared the shit out of me. That scared the absolute shit out of me. Fucking Madison VR was fucking horrible. I actually stopped playing because I was so scared.
Yeah.
I like how we make a podcast about specifically about a system, right? That is designed to make as much immersion as possible for the person. And Indy refuses to be immersed. Just refuses.
I tried.
That bit when you're in the basement covered in shit and you're like looking around, things going whoop, whoop, whoop. Did that not affect you at all?
No.
That fucking scared the shit out of me, that did. Fuck.
I'm dead inside.
Clue's dad said Untouchables. Untouchables. Yes. Great film.
Oh, that was a good movie back in the day. I mean, if you watch it nowadays, you can see that it's like it's aged, isn't it? But hold on. What was the other one with Christian Slater? Do you remember that kind of mafia film from the 90s?
With Christian Slater?
Yeah. I'll find it out. Okay, let's talk about games.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's go back to VR. Okay.
Wanderer.
Wanderer. Still looking forward to it. Don't know how much more we can say about it.
But you had criticism of the original, didn't you?
I liked the original. There was criticism, yeah. The mechanics that were used in there, it was a really good game. It was PC VR, like genuinely one of the best puzzle games, let alone games on its own of that year for me. But the movement mechanics, you still had to use teleport movement for quite a few different points. including jumping out windows and being able to use ladders,
Yeah.
which was kind of shit.
Yeah.
But otherwise was good. And it looks to me from the trailer that they have fixed all of that. So I am looking forward to it.
Got delayed. So move
I
on.
played for maybe 10 hours. I played for like 10 hours or so. I thought it was really good. I just never finished it.
I wonder, because like I'm looking at our list of stuff to talk about, and all of the games are basically just this has been announced, this has been
delayed. Yeah. So who's excited for Batman then? Because
I'm not
that's
anymore.
imminent. Oh, fuck off! No way. Why not?
I don't know. I was really excited about it 3 months ago, and like the closer we get to it, I'm just like, this is going to be really mediocre. I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't think it's going to be a bad game. I just don't think it's going to be a good game.
Right, Indy, did you play Batman Arkham Asylum flat screen?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Thought it was all right. Nothing amazing.
Fuck you.
I can tell you why Indy thought it was okay and not amazing is because like you're a stealth character that can see through fucking walls.
Oh, was that a part of it as well?
Oh,
Me.
yeah.
I've changed my mind. It was years ago I played it and I just thought, it's a button bashing, punchy.
It wasn't. No, you missed the total point of the game. Is that Batman was vulnerable. Batman was vulnerable, and he had to play the stealth character, Batman the Hunter. In Batman Arkham Asylum, he was the hunter, and he was vulnerable. Like a proper, he wasn't a superhero. He was just a guy wearing a fucking bat suit.
Don't know about you, Indy. I don't remember dying in that game. I never felt vulnerable.
Well,
I felt pretty badass, probably because of the giant fucking muscles and the billions that I'd spent on the suit that I was wearing that allowed me to see through walls and murder people from a mile away with cruise missiles.
Batman does not murder anybody. Batman has never killed anybody.
He was vulnerable, was he? I don't know. I skipped the cutscenes, Mac. It was that boring, so I don't know the story.
Fuck me. I don't even know why I talk to you people. Oh my God. Batman Arkham Asylum was fucking incredible. Batman as the hunter. He was vulnerable. He had to play the stealth game. He was like if you jumped into a room and there was too many people there, you would get quickly overwhelmed. It was great. So what I see in Batman Arkham Shadows is they've done the same thing there. Batman as a hunter. So he has to use stealth, take the enemies out, and when he gets exposed, he has to... It looks incredible. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Batman Arkham Shadow. Overexcited.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have you been kicked in the bollocks by being overexcited by a game trailer and gameplay and just in general?
No, this time, people who played the demo at Gamescom have said this is pretty good.
Yeah, see, I'm not trying to be a dick here, okay? I'm genuinely not trying to be a dick, and I'm genuinely not trying to be funny, but if you starve a man long enough, Ritz crackers will taste amazing.
This is what my thinking exactly. Now, here's the thing as well. Here's the thing. I don't know, Mac. Like, this is going to go back to us having an argument in 2 weeks' time about it's like the whole thing about Assassin's Creed is going to be the same thing again.
Oh, fuck, don't you
I think that's what's going to happen here.
dare bring that up.
I think that's what's going to happen. That's my
Because
prediction.
you were completely correct.
I
about
cannot
that.
wait for that podcast.
Well, the thing is, he was absolutely 100% correct about Assassin's Creed Nexus.
Oh, what? 2 years later, you actually finally admit it. Thank you.
Can we rename the podcast? The title of this podcast?
Yeah, what should we call it?
Assassin's Creed is bollocks. Let's just nothing else. Just Assassin's Creed was a mediocre bag of dicks.
How about two guys gang up on the old fella and tell them that
Guys,
Assassin's
one
Creed...
back.
Yeah, exactly. That Assassin's Creed Nexus was fucking bollocks. Okay, I admit I was wrong. I do apologize. I really thought, and I enjoyed it. But when I look back now, I think actually that was pretty shit.
The thing is, you can enjoy shit games. We've got no problem with you enjoying shit games, as long as you realise that they're a bunch of bollocks.
I really enjoyed Hitman 3 VR Reloaded. No, I couldn't even keep a straight face. I couldn't even keep a straight face through that. Sorry. Hitman 3.
When I finished my live stream and I went straight into yours and I was fucking laughing my ass off.
Fuck off. Right? Just fuck. Yeah, that was not a good part of my that was I agree with you now. That was shit.
Okay. I propose a new subject.
Yeah.
New topic. I would like because we've already had like some talks behind the scenes, right, about this. And I don't think we've actually covered it properly. I just want to give a couple of minutes to it, which is Contractors Showdown.
Yes. We played a lot.
We played a lot of this game, and Indy decided to be the guinea pig this week and go back and check it out.
Are we talking Taboo or Contractors here?
Contractors.
It's a Squeaker Fest, which is now a fucking deathmatch mode, and it's meant to be a battle royale game. They split the player base in two, and I played it, couldn't get into a battle royale game, which is what the whole game's about, and now it's just like a shrinking mini version of the map, which is like 1/100th of the map, and it's like you can not infinite respawn, but you can respawn and stuff, and I just think that's just completely lost its whole character and soul of the game.
Yeah, I agree. I watched your live stream, and I was like, I don't understand why they did that. They released Contractors Showdown as a battle royale, and then all of a sudden it turned into something else. And we talked about this in the stream, and it's kind of what Population 1 did as well. They get this amazing player base, and then they dilute it for no particular reason. And then all of a sudden, the people who wanted to play the game for what it was don't play the game because it's moved on to something else.
I have a theory about this.
I have one as well.
Go on then, you first.
I think it might be that the kids were moaning because they weren't having fun because they're getting killed by the sweat. So they made a fun little mode to keep the kids happy because they're the majority owners of the quests.
But as well, I mean, like Population 1 did that with Metropolis, you remember?
Oh, I love Metropolis.
Oh, Metropolis was amazing. And then it was like a one-off thing. And we played it to death. And it was great. But it was still the same game. It wasn't a different game.
Yeah. What's your theory?
My theory on this is that Contractors Showdown and Population 1 are arguably, like, this seems like a really obvious statement, they are trying to emulate things like Warzone, but more importantly than Warzone, Fortnite. Fortnite is obviously a free game. It has one of the largest user bases in the world on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. They produce a shitload of content for it, but there's also, it's not just the Battle Royale, right? You can dive into the Battle Royale, but now if you dive into Fortnite, because I play quite a lot of Fortnite, my wife really enjoys it. I really enjoy it. I play it with her and my kids. If you dive into it right now, they have the Halloween event where they've got like a horde mode, which is like a zombie squad mode. And then you've got all the user created stuff. You've got all of the random little bits. You've got the rally game. You've got the music game, like the Guitar Hero type stuff. What these games, I think, are trying to emulate is the idea that here is the game. Oh, and by the way, you can also play these other modes. The problem is there aren't enough people playing the game.
Exactly. Just
there aren't enough people playing the game to begin with.
Stick to the Battle Royale and just don't change your raison d'etre as it is, you know?
There's a season 2 coming out. So sorry, Matt, go on.
Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say,
what's season 2 then? What are they including? Have they said anything?
I don't know. I don't think there's anything that's been mentioned. I know on their Discord, the community are all pissed off. all the grown-ups that are on there, of course.
'Cause season 1 was like a really good idea, right? They were like, "Oh, we've got some really good ideas to make this season, like actually to big up the game. So we're going to add cars. We're going to make the game bad so that no one wants to play it. We're going to add in these extra weapons. And you know, as I said, we're going to make this game bad. That's how we're going to make season 1."
Yeah, so I mean, the only way I'd go back to is if they got rid of that stupid mode and went back to its roots, because that's what it needs. And then I played also while we're on topic, Ghost of War, like like I played that the other day after a year and a half, and it was just the same. Just it's a lot of the jank is gone. It was a lot more smoother experience. There's a couple of little bits like things I dropped on the floor went missing. Was
your
just
card, your key card, yeah.
Yeah, which wasn't important at all. And then what else? There was the other map was all right. And I don't know, it's just like, it's been a year and a half. That's the only multiplayer game that's still got like people playing it consistently. And again, it's a lot of it's kids. We've got Quest 2s, a lot of it's because I've never had a stream the game in my life where I've had so many kids saying, "Can I play? Can I play? Can I join you?" Like non-stop.
Is that Walking Dead's audience?
Yeah, but he actually plays with them, which is like, you know, that's good that he does it. But he fucks up for people like us. So thank you very much, Walking Dead.
But he's a beautiful, he's a beautiful human being, though.
Yeah, no. So it's just like I would like to see. Okay, this is the thing. I'm into open world, open games, open maps. You know, so when they made the Tabor Island, I was like, this is great. This is why I love Showdown as well. Now, the trailer, I watched it today. Again, the Tabor Island trailer showed the whole map. And when they made the half of the island, they were like, yeah, the other half of the island's coming soon. It's been a year and a half and there isn't another half of the island.
Yeah.
And I just thought, what the fuck? Like, yeah, that's just more of a personal preference.
So,
PD, you're not exactly right, mate. All the kids we playing I Am Cat, thanks to Power On. The difference between at Christmas between those games that were mentioned like Pop One and G-Tag and things is that they're free. And I Am Cat is an expensive game, man. It's a whole $7.99. Don't expect too many kids to be on that shit.
That's over the Christmas budget.
Yeah. So, like, what happened to us? So we played a lot of Contractors Showdown, and we were pretty good. You know, we would like. I think my win-loss ratio was like 25%. If we were in a game, there was a 4%, like a 25% chance that we would actually win it. Like you know, that was my win. That was my win-loss ratio. You know, but we always ended up like in top 5, 4, 3, 2, or we won the game. Right? When season 1 came out, we played again, and we could not get past like 25. We were getting beamed. Like I always remember that day we jumped off the cliff and we were all parachuting down and we got beamed by one guy. Bang, bang, bang. 3 shots, all of us dead. And I remember thinking, that's not right. So I think, and it's not because I'm a bad player or I'm a bad sport. I think there was some cheating going on. Because we literally went, when season 1 started, we went from being top 5 to being not even be able to get in the top 20.
Yeah, the thing is I'm in two minds about that because I am fairly certain, having looked back at my own footage of that exact game you're talking about, he did miss shots. Like, he didn't miss many.
Fucking no.
He did not miss many.
He was like, bang, dead.
I have a feeling he was just that way, if I'm really honest. And I'm willing to like put up there that there is the possibility of someone being that good. But when looking back at it, he was that good, but from a very big distance.
Yeah.
But those shots were like 150, 200 yards minimum.
But we played for like 3 hours on a stream and we never ever got anywhere near the top 5.
It was bad.
Which was like unusual for us because we do work well together and we're not bad players. And generally, if we were in a game, we would be top 5 unless we were over exuberant when we landed, which, you know, it can happen. But after that point, we played like 3 or 4 games and we never got anywhere near the top 20. And I was like, and then, do you know what? There's like so much shit going on now where I'm losing 5 fights that I shouldn't have lost. And I just lost interest in the game. I'm not saying that people are cheating. I'm not saying I'm the greatest player in the whole world, but it just...
Don't get me wrong, there were periods where there was a lot of cheating happening.
Yeah.
Because there were people that were using the shotgun, the double barrel, and they figured out how to change the game code so that it didn't require reloading and just became fully automatic.
Yeah.
And that was insane. You know, like playing in those lobbies was disgusting. It was unbelievably not fun whatsoever. Like, I know that people complained about that semi-auto shotgun, but it was nothing compared to when the cheating was going on with the double barrel.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have absolutely zero interest in going back to that game.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. And there's another...
Sorry. Go on. No, sorry.
No,
I was just going to bitch on about being shit.
I was just going to say another game, like it's a population one. Like now it's just...
Oh, wow.
So fun in that game. Now it's like so dead that they replace the players with bots now. So you're fighting bots in
the sweat lobbies.
Yeah.
There are bots, which is insane.
Yeah, so how did I meet you?
I can't remember. Wasn't it at that bar?
Yeah,
I
think so.
You were in that little red number.
I was.
I was talking about Indy.
Oh, right, okay.
We met in Population 1 lobby, yeah. And we had so much fun in that game.
Oh, my God.
I've got so much footage of you raging and rage quitting and swearing at like I've saved it all. I'm gonna make a big video one day.
Team try hard, mate. Me, you, and Face.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just I mean, they were the first big kind of battle royale multiplayer game, and it started off really well for quite a while. Then they started breaking the game with updates, and then they split the player base.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even with Tabor, when I was playing with Silver Tongue, like the communications didn't work. It like 30% of the time, 40% of the time, it just wouldn't work.
Which in a game like that is so important.
It's a year and a half it's been out. It's like, come on, man.
I know. Fucking crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move on to one more subject. Take your pick at unless you want to run through a couple of short ones, because we're coming up for 2 hours.
Yeah, let's wrap up then.
Like, we've obviously got some games coming out, whether or not people care too much to speak about, and we've got things like Human Fall Flat VR, which I think will be fun, but otherwise I just don't think it will recapture the magic. Subside's in the works for PlayStation VR 2. Behemoth's obviously been delayed until December. Max Mustard is coming to PSVR 2.
Nobody cares.
I don't know why we bother talking about PSVR 2 at this point.
Nobody cares. All right, can we talk about Behemoth then?
Go on then. What do you want to talk about it?
I think this is the I think this is going to be a really good game because it's like it kind of gives me that what the fuck is that game called? The
Eye of the Colossus.
Eye of the Colossus. Yeah, the Colossus. Yeah, the Colossus game. What? Sorry.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah. So
another one.
Shadow, that's the one.
Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus. So everybody that I know has played it has said, yeah. Same as Batman, same as Metro. Haven't heard anybody say the same thing about Alien Incursion because I don't think anybody's played it. But yeah, I think this game is going to be big. I think this is one of the my AAA games for the end of the year. I think it's going to be epic.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's going to be good. I am looking forward to playing it. I'm not going to make any content about it because I just don't think it's. I think the content for it is going to be saturated heavily. And I'll leave it to people who actually want to make serious content now rather than dicking around. But I think I'm going to enjoy it. You know, I think it's something that hopefully will keep me intrigued for 8 hours, 10 hours at a stretch. I'm not sure how long the campaign is actually meant to be. And I'm not sure what I'm going to play it on, if I'm honest, either.
On the Pico.
No, I know for a fact I won't be playing it on the Pico. That would involve me still having one.
I mean, there's the rest of this year, like every Q4 of every year, there's a lot of games coming out, so we'll have plenty to talk about. Plenty to fight over with Mac. I think the next episode, you just chill there. You be the referee, I think.
Well, we've
got the referee with Assassin's Creed. And I gave up because it was way more fun being on Indy's side.
All right, I admit I was wrong. That was a crap game, but I had fun, so fuck it.
Yeah. No, what I was saying is, I'm just want these games to come out and get my hands on them. I can't go by trailers and other people's gameplay and stuff. I need to actually play it myself, so that's what I'm waiting for.
Okay. So I'm gonna on the end of the podcast is going to be, do you think that Hitman World of Assassination on PSVR 2 is actually going to be good? They're going to fix everything that was wrong with all of the other Hitman bloody PCVR games. What do you think, Indy?
No, I think they've promised a couple of things, but I just think I don't think it's going to be what everyone's going to think. I don't think it's going to be what everyone wants. That's my opinion. I know it's like, see, they haven't shown us anything, so why should we believe it?
Should we?
I'll tell you this now, right? I have been considering for a long time scrapping my PSVR 2. If Hitman World of Assassination actually pulls something out of their giant bag of shit that happens to be okay, I will keep it.
Yeah.
Spin it live on stream.
Yeah, no, I'm more than happy to, right? I know for a fact that my PSVR 2 that is sat just there, there is almost a zero chance that I'm going to be able to sell it, right? I think I might get 50 quid for it if I'm lucky. Yeah, I genuinely don't think that it is a sellable thing. If Hitman World of Assassination is actually okay, and actually, I'm not even asking for insane things to happen, right? I just want them to make good on the promises they make.
Yeah.
As long as they don't say this game will make you orgasm every other minute for the entire time you're playing it, right? As long as they don't promise something ridiculous like that, and they're just like, we're gonna give you dual wielding. We're gonna make it so that you can, play that game that you've bought. We're going to allow you to reload. We're going to not force you to do button presses, right? Simple VR things. As long as they just do that, I will keep the headset.
Okay, I'm going to say something which you need to go back to the video for the release of PSVR 2 Hitman World of Assassination. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands up like this. And when the person puts his hands forward to strangle somebody, they change.
Yeah.
There you go. See? You saw that. So that is all I need. Put your hands up. That means you can strangle somebody. Right? Not this. Not going up to somebody behind somebody and going, and they go,
They haven't shown anything. I don't believe.
No, that thing there with the hands changing means you can strangle somebody. So I always remember that the mechanic in the plane simulator thing, and he went up behind him and you were like, oh, I'm going to steal your suit. And you were like, and he was like, and you, fuck, I have to hit him. So I think they've subtly change the way that it's going to work. I am confident that they've done it. I will be proved wrong during the Christmas podcast.
Do you know what, right? All it takes, we have games in VR, right, where there are ladders, right? Ladders exist. We know this. We know there are games where if you hold down the grip button near a ladder, your hand will go, oh, we're near a fucking ladder. Let's grab onto it, right? All they need to do is just take that bit of the ladder, make it a circle, and then make that hitbox on a person. It's a movable ladder rung. And then every time you go to it, your hands are like, oh, we're near a fucking neck, are we? That means we need to do this when they press grip. It's not difficult.
What about the cyber, the fucking, the neck, what's it called? The fucking strangle thing.
Wire.
Yeah, the piano wire. So I did notice that when he went to get somebody, his hands changed. So if you have the cyber wire, you can.
You know what, right? If it's too difficult to do the piano wire, right? I will 100% take this. If they just decide it's too difficult to do the piano wire, we cannot get it right, we cannot make it work, I'll take that. Give me the rest of the game. Just turn around and be like, in this universe, the piano wire was never developed as an assassination weapon. I will 100% take that and just be like, yeah, as long as I can use my silver ballers, as long as I can pull out my sniper rifle out of a case, as long as I can hit someone over the head with a billy club, as long as I can strangle them, get rid of the piano wire. I can live with that.
Did you see in the trailer where the guy, he holds the frying pan up and the guy shoots it and he goes, ooh. That's right at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
That I hate to say it, and I've been stung so many times by Hitman, but I think the PSVR 2 version of Hitman World of Assassination is actually going to be good.
The only reason to buy a PlayStation 5 and
Thank
PSVR 2.
Like I've held off playing Hitman 3. If it's all the Hitmans in proper full VR, I will buy a fucking PSVR 2 and a PlayStation 5 just to play it and then sell it afterwards.
I told you, man. I'll bring mine down to you. You can
borrow it. Fuck it.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Like, in fact, that's what we should do, right? What I want to do is I will go down to Indies when it comes out. I will go down to Indies. I will drag my PSVR 2 and my PS5 down to him. We'll set up his stream.
Yeah.
With the gameplay footage and Indy with the headset on in the top left-hand corner and just me sat next to him laughing my fucking ass off on the right-hand side. I will happily sit there and just stream like that for an entire night.
I'm coming down for that. I'll be in the bottom left-hand corner. No, we need to do that. We need to do that. We need to do that. No, we need to do that.
I think actually we should do that. I genuinely think we should. I think it'll be a good excuse for us to all meet up. And have a laugh.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, before we end, just quickly, what the fuck is the plan for the Christmas podcast?
There isn't one. Don't ask us something that is like a reasonable amount of time away to have plans for.
Okay, no Christmas then. Christmas is cancelled.
Christmas is.
We'll do a Christmas podcast.
We will do a Christmas podcast. Yeah, it'll be good. We'll raise some money for a charity. How about that?
Yeah, we'll do a proper charity run. Because I am more than happy to do stupid shit for that.
Right. Suggest a charity. We'll do stuff.
I'm very close to your heart, the dementia charity.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean.
Oh, he's forgotten about it already.
Who are you? Where are my trousers? Fuck. What's going on? Fuck you. Fuck you. I'm not that old, you bunch of bastards.
We'll sort it out. We'll do it for charity. And I'll have to find even hotter chilies because I'm a pretty sick person when it comes to chilies. Need more chilies. Stronger.
throw me some suggestions, guys, of things you want to see me do. I'm not just going to get pissed this time. I'm going to do some.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some weird ET things. Obviously, it has to be vegetarian for me, but if you can think of weird shit, whether it's sour, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, I don't know, whether it's, I don't know, just no fucking eels and shit. Yeah.
I do alcohol, so.
All right, guys.
I'm going to do alcohol as well.
Oh God, alcohol and weird
And
shit.
food challenges.
Right, so get on our respective Discords, get some ideas for the Christmas podcast. It'll just be us three this year, I think. So yeah, go for it. Good.
Excellent. Right.
Oh, right. Let's say goodbye then, fellas.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I've been Mac in VR. Thank you for my esteemed colleagues, Surgical from Indie VR. Say good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to tune in 14 days' time at the exact same time
for the podcast. Say goodbye to my esteemed colleague, Power on VR. His microphone cut out. Right.
Yeah, this microphone's a bit weird now.
Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you in the next one in 2 weeks' time.
Big Batman showdown between me and Matt.
Batman showdown.
Spit, blood, piss. Great. See you later, guys. Cheers.
Bye.
Later, people.